welcome to Saffrontrail kitchen. Sometimes the weather in Bangalore is so dreary and gloomy that you really need a pick-me-up dish. And for me, that dish is ginger rassam. It's nice, hot and spicy, and when had with a bowl of rice, you feel that everything is well with the world. It's a really simple recipe, so let me show you how to go about it. Here I have a little bit of soaked toor dal, which I've added to the pressure cooker. I'm adding 1 green chilli, and I'm adding a good tablespoon of chopped ginger. Water enough and more to cover the dal. This is going to be a very thin rasam, so even if you add more water, it's fine. So I'm going to pressure cook this for 2 whistles and then on sim for around 15 minutes so that the dal is cooked to a very smooth puree. So the dal has been pressure cooked and this is the consistency. We've mashed it until it's smooth like this, and we'll get on with making the fresh spice powder for the rasam. So I'm just going to keep a pan to heat. It's a very simple mix of spices. There's black pepper, there's some jeera or cumin seeds, and we're going to use 1 dried red chilli. If you like your rasam to be spicier, you can use up to 2 red chillis. So I'm breaking the dried red chilli into 2 to 3 pieces and putting it to roast here. We're using a few black peppercorns and some cumin seeds. Now you can well use all these as powders, but then the aroma and the freshness of these freshly roasted spices is something else. So it's a very simple recipe, and this step really adds that boost of fresh flavor. Take care not to burn the spices, but at the same time they should be slightly aromatic. So the spices have got nicely toasted and I've switched off the gas. So now we're just going to coarsely pound it in a mortar pestle. I'm just letting the toasted spices to cool for a couple of minutes, and in the meanwhile we'll start making the rasam pursing. So here's our cooked dal along with some ginger and green chilli. To this I'm going to add a little bit of tamarind paste. If you don't have the ready-made tamarind paste, you can soak some tamarind in really hot water for 15 to 20 minutes, and then you can extract the pulp and add that to the rasam. To this I'm going to add some turmeric powder or haldi. I'm going to season it with some salt. And we'll allow this to simmer for 2 minutes. Meanwhile, let's pound the roasted spices. So after applying some elbow grease to the toasted spices, we have a fairly good rasam powder ready, and I'm going to add a little bit of this to the bubbling dal. I'm not adding the whole thing because that will turn it really spicy. Give it a stir. So our freshly prepared rasam powder and the dal has been simmering for a bit. I'm going to remove this into a bowl and then prepare the tadka for the rasam. So for the tadka, I'm using a small ladle, a tadka pan. So for the tadka, we'll use ghee because a rasam is only as good as its tadka, and we want a really flavoursome tadka here. So the ghee is heated up. We are going to add a few cumin seeds and a few curry leaves. So we'll put the tadka on top of the rasam here. So our ginger rasam is ready. You can also add a couple of cloves of garlic while pressure cooking the dal, so it will make a really good cold remedy. Do give it a try and let me know how it turned out. Like my video, leave a comment for me below, and do subscribe to Saffrontrail Kitchen.